Hi everybody, this is Glenn with MotoApex.com, and what I want to talk about tonight is basic riding gear. And this video is intended for street bike riders that get out and ride for full day rides. The gear that I'm going to talk about tonight is not designed necessarily for you to take a short ride across campus, but is really intended for, serious street bike riders. And I want to talk about the basic materials of the street bike riding clothing and its primary function. What I've got here are the riding pants and the riding jacket, and there's two types of material that are acceptable to good riding gear. The first is leather, and the second are these nylon products designed specifically for motorcycle bike material, which are extremely tough in a slide. And there are two primary purposes of your riding gear, which are to provide the protection in a slide. These materials can withstand the abrasion of asphalt, and then each of these pieces of apparel, whether it's your pants or your jacket, have certain armor points. In your pants, it's going to be on your knees to hopefully provide protection there in a crash. In your jacket, it's going to be in the back and in the elbows primarily. So that's important. Whether it's leather or nylon, you're going to get the same abrasion protection. You may not get the same armor protection. You probably will in certain types of leather apparel, depending on the style of manufacture. As additional aspects of this gear, they all come with lining. My gear is first gear, and the pants came with a lining for rain and more wind protection. The jacket came with a liner for wind protection, but also a liner for colder weather. So those are important considerations as well. Obviously, as you're moving at speed, as it begins to cool down for the winter, you're going to want to put this liner back in. I've got mine out for the summer. So let's move on down to the boots. The purpose of the boots is really very similar to the purpose of your jacket and pants, and they're intended to protect you in a crash. Particularly, riding boots need to come over your ankle in order to protect that bone that's projecting in a crash. Other aspects of riding boots, of course, is that you get weather protection and that type of thing. But you can wear a lot less expensive and simple riding shoes as long as they cover your ankle. And that's, just again, the aspect of that is that you want something that's covering that protruding bone in a slide. I've done a helmet series, so we won't cover the helmet, but obviously that's a basic part of your riding gear. I would encourage you to look at my video that covers the helmet in length. The next piece of primary riding gear are your gloves, typically made of either the same materials as your jacket and pants, either leather or a very heavy, specially designed weave of nylon that can take the abrasion if you end up sliding on your hands. And like your jacket and pants, your gloves have armor points as well at key points on your hand. But you want, more reinforced leather or nylon in the palm of your hand. That's very important. Last couple of pieces of equipment that I find helpful are sunglasses to wear underneath my helmet, and earplugs. And it's amazing, but riding with earplugs makes riding for a long day where you're getting that wind noise all day long. It really helps a ton to cut down both the engine noise, but particularly the wind noise. I think it makes for better riding because it takes some of the concentration off the noise that's around you and allows you to focus more on your riding. The last piece of gear I have is another jacket, and this is more your full coverage jacket. The weave on this one is a lot tighter than on this one. This is what you would see more adventure bike riders wearing. It's got a lot more rain protection than the loose weave jacket. Again, this is first gear. This is the Kilimanjaro jacket, and it's an excellent jacket. As you consider your budget, which I talk about a lot in the helmet video, you're looking at several $100s worth of equipment here in this jacket and pants. I would say you're looking at least $300, if not between $400 and $500. to get your riding gear right between pants, jacket, and boots. That's excluding helmet. So this is a basic review of the gear that you need to be thinking about for typical street riding, not scooter riding. I know you're going to wear whatever you're going to wear around campus, and because putting on this gear takes a good bit of effort, but these are the basic pieces of gear that you need for street bike riding. I would encourage you to wear them. It's very important to your protection in a crash. So as always, thanks for coming to MotoApex.com. Ride safe and take care.